and they have a close relationship to each other. It's a strong class, and they're a close class. I mean, it's a well-balanced class, but it always starts with a quarterback. And CJ's been our longest commitment, and I think he is the leader of this class, and he's been the one that makes sure to keep this class together. But, I don't know if Cam was maybe a five-star when he committed. I don't know when he became one, but the thing that attracted us to Cam was his speed. I mean, we've said, hey, we need to address speed. That's a part of Lauren Landau. That's a part of recruiting. We want to continue to enhance our speed on the outside on both sides of the ball. And that was the thing with Cam. Like we saw him multiple times run 4.4s. And we had him in camp. We had him live. He is a tremendous player that's from Chicago. And we got to make sure that the best players in Chicago that fit this place continue to come to Notre Dame. And that was the case with Cam. He is a very unique player that, again, believed in Notre Dame, but also in the development that Dylan McCullough would do for him. We've have a history of producing great running backs, and Dylan McCullough has a history of continuing to develop great running backs. And so, again, there was a lot of people pulling at Aneyas, but he stayed strong. He continued to come over here, continued to be a part of this thing, and I'm really excited to have him here. And I remember sitting in his home with his mother, Coach McCullough, and a couple of us there, and his three brothers and sisters. What a unique family. What a strong mother he has. And you talk about being close to a lot of schools in Texas that I know wanted him. And for him to be committed to us for such a long time, he came on his official visit. He wasn't committed then. And then right after the official visit, he said, this is where I want to be. And this is who I believe in. And for him to stay solid, I left his house saying, we got a special one there. And I believe both of those guys are going to do tremendous things here, but both of them understand Notre Dame and want to be a part of it. He's probably the most, I would say right now, college-ready recruit we have physically, mentally. Comes from an unbelievable program in St. Bosco, but he's so mature. Now, the more you talk to him, he's got a goofy side to him, but Kingston is mature. I always said, man, he's like a grown man. Great parents, two of the strongest parents that I've been around. And his mother continued, when we recruit him, she said, I want him to go somewhere he's going to get a great education. I want him to go somewhere that education is important. And I think back to his father when he committed in my office saying, just take care of my boy, take care of my son. And it was an emotional meeting, but that is just a reflection of how he was raised, right? As a football player, I mean, he is a physical tackler, a physical block destruction. There's a lot of traits that he has that makes him one of the highest recruited linebackers in the country. But to get him here early, he'll have a chance to compete right away, I'm sure. But I don't remember the first one, but I know the first commit, CJ Carr, and sitting on our balcony, and what a unique situation with his family and his grandfather, and both grandfathers, one coaching, one playing. His father played at Michigan, and I remember him saying, this is where I want to be. And I said, man, when he left my office, I said, that's the leader you want for your program. A guy that says, I want to create my own road. And as a quarterback, that's what you need. You need a leader. And that's what he was and what he is. And I'm excited to see the growth of him. But that's the first story I remember. The first example I remember when I think of the 24 class was C.J. Carr saying, this is where I want to be. I want to lead this football program and lead this 24 class, and that's what he's done. He came down to us in Harvard, and you're talking about a top 50 recruit in the country. We call him the Dancing Bear. That was his nickname. And he was a soccer player, and his whole family was big into soccer. And he played soccer up through his freshman year, and he's only played football for 4 years, starting his freshman year. But he is a great player. When we were recruiting Boubacar, I remember his coach telling me there's a kid in the next class that he's going to be one of the best offensive linemen in the country. And from that point, we started, recruiting him. And, for him to commit to this place, because education was important. not just football, especially for his mother. Education was so important in this decision. To get him here, I mean, he fits everything this program looks for.